Panther Nation, what up, though? Aaron Duncan here with the necessary bluntness, bringing you my first post-combine mock draft. I love the combine because not just we get to see a bunch of prospects, but we get a lot of information. We heard from Dave Canales. We heard from Dan Morgan on multiple occasions, multiple interviews, getting a real good feel for what they're looking for this offseason, what they're looking for in the draft. We got some rumors that came out about potential targets, a lot of information to collect that we can put into our brain and use for this mock. And now that it's post-combine, we have a better feel for the class. Trades are definitely on the table for me as I go through the simulator. So I'm going to do this one live with you guys, that you can see my thought process as I go through it versus how I traditionally do it. So I'm super excited about this one. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I'm on my quest for 20,000 subscribers. So please join your boy on the journey. It only takes about 2 seconds to do that. And then also the video, a thumbs up. Those two things go together like peanut butter and jelly. So if you can give me one of those, that'll help out as well. But let's go ahead and make some assumptions, because Dan Morgan talked about the priorities on defense. He said interior, he said safeties, and he wanted edge rushers. He talked about he wanted size and length from the edge rush, from the interior. He wanted a good get off from the edge, and he wanted smarts and instincts from the safety. So we'll use that as well. Dave Canales also said that, hey, they're going to need to try to find some touchdown makers on offense, and talked about extendedly about wanting to find a tight end that's versatile, that can do multiple things in terms of blocking and being able to catch. So we're going to be looking for that as well. And Dan Morgan also talked about they found a offensive receiver that they identify as one of their guys. They wouldn't hesitate to use a pick on there. So we got a lot of information. I'm going to assume that what they talked about is prioritizing the interior and free agency. I'm going to assume that they got some interior help in free agency. So we're going to be looking to supplement that group. This is a deep interior D-line draft. I'm going to say they didn't get much help on the edge. Maybe they wanted Josh Sweat, but they didn't get Josh Sweat. And I don't think there's a lot of corner back depth out there unless they return Mike Jackson. I'm going to assume that they don't keep Mike Jackson. And of course, we need a bunch of safeties and a nickel as well. So let's go ahead and get into the PFF simulator. So here we are in the simulator. I'm going to lock the Panthers in there. I'm going to do 7 rounds. We're going to do care for positional value a little bit more, because there's certain positions in this draft that's a little bit deeper than others, aka running back and of course safety. So I want to up that just a tick, and let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's do it. I'm excited, man. Let's get it. All right. So Luther Burden ended up going top 5. I don't think that's going to happen, but it is what it is. This is a simulator. We're at pick 8. Genty, Campbell, Barron, Warren, Starks, Jihad Campbell, Mimbu is great as well. Mike Green, Will Johnson, James Pierce. There's a lot of guys here. I like an assortment of these guys. I want to trade back in this first round. The Cowboys at 12, Seahawks at 18. 18 is a little far. Let's see what we can get from Dallas if we negotiate. So of course we're going to pick swap. Give me 44 definitely, but they don't want to give me 44. If I give them 74, no, 110. So 3 picks, 3 trade, just so I don't have to go that. Let me offer it, see what Dallas wants to do. They accept it. So, all right. So we moved back 4 spots, picked up a second to get into that 40 range, which I really, really want to do. We did end up giving up one of them 3rd round picks, but I was able to get another top 50 pick and also a late round pick as well. So I'm cool with this trade. Let's go ahead and resume. All right. Who went? The Cowboys traded up for Will Campbell, Mike Green, Ashton Genty, and James Pierce went. I think that's beautiful because the Panthers need a lot of help. And so I think that this is a good spot to be in. Now, let's see who we have here. I'm trying to be realistic. Jihad Campbell is a versatile guy that showed pass rush ability, showed that off-ball blitzing mentality. Tyler Warren is there as well. I think I like Tyler Warren, man. I think I like Tyler Warren as potential offensive piece, but who knows? Let's see. I'm going to try to be realistic. I think Mikael Williams is being slept on. I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit on him. He's definitely developmental. I'm very intrigued about him. He's going to be an instant run defender from day one, can set the edge strong. He's supposed to have like ridiculous go-go gadget arms as he's going to measure in here soon. So I'm excited about him. I'm going to go Mikael Williams from Georgia just to do it. Make him what? Edge 1, 2. He'll be edge 4 off the board. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I know it ain't going to be the most popular thing for some of y'all, but I like Mikael Williams, and I plan on double dipping at edge in this draft. So let's go ahead and go back. Okay, boom. So now we got pick 44. Alfred Collins just went. That's on the interior. So let's look at the top of that. Alamana, Trey Amos already went. Dang, the corners. A little run on corners a little bit, but we're good there. So do I want to double dip on edge? I'm thinking about it, because if I do Mikael Williams, I want a guy that's a pass rush specialist that has some upside. I do love me some Princely, a speed guy. I may end up going Princely here or Braden Swinson. I don't know. They're very, very highly ranked guys. Let's look at corner. You got Siobhan Revel, the local East Carolina kid. Darian Porter is a guy that the Panthers actually met with. I'm going to try to target him at 58 if I can. Colston Loveland, a very, very good route running tight end as well. Oof, this is tough. But I think I'm going to double dip on edge, man. I like Princely. I'm a Princely guy. Like I said, he has a nice get off. He's a nice speed rusher. It's either between him or Braden Swinson, but I like Princely just because I think he's a little bit better against the run. Braden Swinson has a little bit more to grow there in terms of technique and stuff, but I think Princely, I like Princely. He's a double-digit sack guy, and he has the pass rush numbers. Like I said, the win rate of 22.8. Look at these grades. He's 6'4", 255. I like him, man. I like him. Let's go ahead and take Princely with double dip at edge off the rip. We got Mikael Williams, and damn, Darian Porter went right before my pick. I'm pissed off about that. I'm having a hard time getting him in these drafts when I run these scenarios, but it is what it is. So let's go to corner and see who's there. Isaiah Thomas, a good man corner. That's he can. If you can't play press man, you're not going to be able to play at Florida State. That's something I want to add to our defense, because we know we have J.C. Horn, but we play so much off coverage. I think Isaiah would be able to give us some versatility there. But I'm still going to keep looking. Omar Norman Lott, Dylan Sampson. Let's look at interior really, really quick, just to see what it's talking about. Farmer's there. Farmer's a nice pick. Jordan Phillips is a good guy as well that I think the Panthers actually met with, or is it CJ West? One of the two. But two guys that could be that nose guard of the future. Very, very strong and can hold the point of attack. But I think I'm going to go Isaiah Thomas, the best corner on the board. I think he has a lot of upside, man. And I think just the competitive nature of him being from Florida State, the numbers are pretty solid. They're not the best, but look at these coverage stops he has. The forced completions are pretty solid. I think this guy, he had one pick this year, but I think he was sticky in man coverage, and I think it adds an element to our defense that allows us to be a lot more aggressive up front and play a lot more man coverage, which we don't typically do under Ejiro Rivera, but those things are going to change now that we have Isaiah Thomas. All right, now we have pick 74. And look who we have. Let's say a good amount of people went. I'm honestly thinking, what do we want to do? So of course we added a trade back potentially on the board to 81. What can we get if we trade back? If we trade back one more time, pick up 118. Do I want to even pick 118? Sure, why not? Oh no, they didn't accept it. Give me 194. That's too much movement. I'll add in the late pick that I just got. Fine. 2 for 2. So I traded back a little bit, and we lost. Mebo went. Elijah Roberts. Mebo's a guy that the Panthers actually met with as well. Could have been a potential Taylor Moton replacement. Excuse me. Looking at Jonah Savannah a little bit. He's a guy that's a potential replacement. The numbers that they say investing in the offensive line in day 1 and 2, you have a lot better return on investment doing that. Those guys typically paying out a lot better than those late round guys. You can get early contributions from them as well, but just something to keep in mind. But I think I like Mason Taylor. He's a route runner. He doesn't get as much credit to be as a pass blocker that he should. I think I'm leaning there. Let's look safety. There's still a lot of guys I really like in this scenario. And I'll say one receiver as well. Royals, Harris. Yeah, I'm still good. I like receivers that's on the board. I'm going to go Mason Taylor here. He has the NFL pedigree, son of Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer. He's a very, very polished route runner. He can separate as well. I think he brings a little bit more of a dynamic element to the offense. He's 6'5", 255, so bigger than JT Sanders as well. So he's just a different body type and attacking different ways. I think he's a little bit what Dave Canales was talking about. Let's look at tight ends and see who else is on the Gunnar Helmet's still on the board, so that's potentially another option as well later. Give me Mason Taylor, and let's keep it rocking. All right, so still got tight end on the board. Let's look at interior O-line. Seth McLaughlin, he's a competitive starting type of guy. He played a lot of football at Ohio State. Like I said, let's recap what we've done. We've got corner, edge, and tight end. What else can we do? Running back, I think we're going to add some juice there at some point. Safety, Makuba's gone. I missed out on Makuba, but Billy Bowman is a guy that I like as well. We can wait on him just based off of that. Linebacker, Barrett Carter is a guy that's local. That's a Clemson guy, but we don't draft them type of dudes here. So do I go CJ West? CJ West is a guy that can play the interior, 6'2", 317, very strong at the point of attack. The Panthers met with him, I think, at the All-Star game as well. Jamar Caldwell is a huge defense interior guy, 6'1", 340, a plug guy. He's not the length and the size that they talked about in terms of that, but he's definitely a guy that's intriguing. We have another pick coming up soon, so I may go tight end. Yeah, I'm gonna go West here. Or do I want to go interior O-line? Nah, I'm gonna go West here. I'm gonna draft the trenches. Let's keep the trenches strong, man. Let's see who went. Rivers, Kobe Bryant, Melo Dotson. I gotta make sure I keep an eye on my guy. That plays running back, Brashard Smith. We're in the 4th round. I think this is the range that he goes, and I really, really like his game, man. I really, really like his game. It's going to be hard to get everybody, but I really, really like what he brings to the table in terms of just the receiving game. Let's see. And I may have to just do it now, man. We're in the 4th round, day 3. Not spending any high capital, but early day 3. I'm going to go Brashard Smith, man. This guy, he's former wide receiver. He reminds you people of that Tyrone Tracy, the rookie running back that ran all over us for New York and Germany. They converted and played running back for 1 year, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns, 41 receptions. This guy can split out, run routes down the field. He can catch the 50-50 ball. Just an element to the offense that we don't have right now. Somebody that can create mismatches. We didn't get a wide receiver 1 in free agency, so we have to do it by committee and get guys that can be difference makers because of their skill set. I'm locking in on Brashard Smith, and I'm not thinking twice about it. All right, and so let's keep it pushing. Billy Bowman is still on the board at 141. I think I want to go safety because we didn't draft safety yet. Upton Stout is a nickel, but he's a little bit small. I think I like Bowman. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. 5'10", 200 pounds. He's tough. He's experienced at Oklahoma. He's played, he played double-digit games 3 years consecutively. The missed tackle rate is a little bit concerning, but I do want guys that can tackle. So that's a little bit It's a little bit worrisome for me, nonetheless. But let me look real quick. Wide receiver. I could go Kyle Williams, but I think he may be there later. But let's go Kyle Williams. He's a separator. He's a deep threat. He's lightning quick. I want to get some offensive difference makers here, man. We don't have too many separators on this team, so I'm going to go with Kyle Williams here later in the draft. He had a great Senior Bowl, and I just think this is a guy that we can hang our hat on and keep it pushing in terms of a guy that can make some difference on the outside and in the slot. Has that inside out versatility that they love. So I need the linebackers and I need some safeties. Kobe King from Penn State here. Over 105 tackles this year. The run defense grade is good. Doesn't make a ton of plays on the ball. Cody Simon from Ohio State, very experienced as well. Forced incompletions, he has 4. Coverage stops, he has 11, so he's good in coverage. He's a little bit lighter. 262, 235, very experienced. A graduate student type of guy. Dan Stutzman is a guy that's super, super productive at Oklahoma at linebacker, that tested very, very well. A lot better than I expected him to. So he's an option too. Tonka Hemingway. Ransaw is a guy that is pretty good as well. He's been under the radar from Tulane. I think he can be a pretty good pro. I feel good about that. So I want to go linebacker. I think I'm going to go Cody Simon. Doesn't pass rush a ton, but I think I'm gonna go Cody Simon, man. The championship pedigree from the Ohio State University, and yeah, I like his game. I'm gonna go ahead and go Cody Simon. All right, so pick 164 now. Ranstraw is still available. I want to go Ranstraw. He plays in the slot, so he's a little bit of a nickel guy as well. Has that versatility. Doesn't have a ton of stats on here in terms of that, but I don't know why they're not up. But he had 37 tackles. Plays some slot. 6 feet, 196. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do Ranstraw then. Let's get him. And then that was my last pick. I would have picked Malachi Moore if I knew that. All right, so here we go. I got a B, but I traded back, got Mikael Williams, a very, very high upside guy who has go-go gadget arms. We double dipped at edge, got Princely, a speed guy off the edge as well. So got a run stopping guy and now a speed designated pass rush type of guy, and back to back, both guys can immediately come in and contribute and upgrade that edge room. Isaiah Thomas has an opportunity pretty much to be the starting cornerback for us. So I got 3 contributors / starters off the rip. Mason Taylor's going to contribute as well because he brings a different element to our room as a route runner playing tight end. CJ West is a guy that can anchor that middle. So I strengthened up the trenches. I'm just mad I didn't go O-line at all. Brashard Smith is a guy that's a change of pace guy. Like I said, receiver out of the backfield. Kai Williams, route runner separator. Cody Simon is an experienced linebacker. And Caleb Ransaw, a nickel type of player later in the draft with good size. I like this draft overall, but it's about what you guys think, because I know you guys, sometimes you get up in a tizzy about these mock drafts. So I want to get how you guys feel about things and how it went. Let me know. Letter grade. Give me one. Like I said, PFL gave me a B. What do you guys give me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Let me know down below. Without further ado, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel to stay on top of Panthers news, draft content, and all of the above. I'll see you next time. Peace.